We are live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Natasha Makes. I'm Natasha, and I'm joined this morning by the very fabulous, the only Leesa Chandler.
And the only Natasha.
Good morning. How
Morning.
are you?
It's like we haven't seen each other for the last 3 days. It's amazing.
It's been full on, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has rather. Whoa, that was intense. Let's just ponder that for a moment, shall we? What we've done since. Yeah, that was intense. Yeah,
We've done a lot.
We
And
have.
we've got more to come. So today and tomorrow, Leesa will be here on our screens here at Natasha Makes with things that are only available here at Natasha Makes and only available in the UK here via us exclusively. Blah 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 blah
Blah blah blah. All that.
All of that.
One-time offer.
Yeah.
All that. What else are we? I can't think.
We dragged it
I'm not
lovingly through the airport.
I'm all telly-sallied out, to be honest.
That's all right. This isn't Telly Sally. This is just you and me.
It's not. It's just you and me.
It's fine.
It's not even a one day. No, it's good. It's good. I'm very happy. Very happy that we can finally get here and finally do this.
Right. Let's tell everyone
Super.
what we've got today. So today, Leesa.
Yes.
Now, Leesa has brought her bag design basics book.
Yes.
It's ring bound, which I love, by the way, because you can actually have it open. I hate breaking the spine of a book. It's a bugbear. I do not like it.
No.
So this makes me very happy.
Lovingly
This is
bound by Rob.
someone who knows what we need. What we need is it flat, so we can look at it properly. And this is a very beautiful thing. I have got 50 copies of these.
You do.
Actually 49 because I need one. I've got 49 copies of these.
It's just, you think it's little. All you need to know to start designing bags is in this. It's like a little thing of secrets.
Yeah.
In here.
Yeah.
And it's not just about designing your own. It's about identifying the type of assembly when you have a pattern, and then understanding how you can use it once and then alter it and play with it and change it and.
It is the holy grail of bag making.
Oh, nice one, Tash.
Yeah,
I
but
like
you
that.
wish you'd had me to write the blurb on the back. Has it got blurb on the... It doesn't have blurb on the back.
I'm going to get Natasha. I'm going to get a Natasha Makes endorsement blurb for the back.
Yeah.
For publication 2.
You've got some ginny fur in there.
This is.
Got a bit of ginny.
A bit of ginny.
Bit of ginny.
A bit of DNA. Aussie DNA cat DNA.
It's
How do you know it's
static.
not Morty's? Hang on a minute.
Because Morty hasn't been in here.
No, that's true.
It hasn't been in here.
What this is the basics as well, and I haven't told Natasha this. I love telling her things live.
Yeah, it doesn't terrify me at all. I know how Gemma feels when I go, we could just...
Oh, we could just do this. This is book number 1.
Oh.
There will be a second edition.
I've
that
seen
will be
you
in-
with that all day.
You
Yesterday.
have. That's my bag.
Okay.
So this is
I've made that.
basics. Oh, here we go. Oh, I've done that one.
I've
I've
made
done
that
that
one.
one.
I've
And you've
made
done
that
that one.
one.
Yeah. So this.
I've made that one.
So this is the basics book. There was, and then there
I've made
was
that one
talks
as well.
about. I got frustrated. I've
that one in
only
Morris.
given you the basics. You need this book, and then there'll be the next one that you'll need to go with it. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So these are live on the website. You can get those. But if you would like a bag to get going with, it's this one.
It is.
This is the traveller bag. We have got it in 4 now. 4
Oh,
colours.
5. Because we've added in yours. 1,
two. Oh, the
2,
purple.
3, 4, 5.
5.
We can count. It's fine.
Don't have actually been a long weekend.
Is it Monday yet? Oh, it's Monday.
I've no idea.
This
Tell us
is the
about
new.
bag.
This is the new baby. This is the Mecca bag. So there's so much stuff that I crammed into this pattern, and hence the excess luggage was a little bit.
It's a big boy.
It was a big boy. So it's.
Right.
It is now. I'm not going to tell you what assembly technique it is yet. It's one of the ones in the design book. We're not going to talk about that yet.
Okay.
Because I could, but I'm not going to.
Right, so my question is, if I'm buying the book, can I make this from the book?
If you're buying the book, you will be able to use. You will have in your head a full understanding of the technique to make this bag, and you'll be able to make any bag,
a version
that
you
with
decide.
that technique. And
But if you want to make this bag,
no,
if you want to make this bag, then you buy the traveller bag instructions,
yes,
and then if you want to do it with our kit, you buy our kit, because the instructions, they're not coming in the kits, are they?
yes, they are.
They are?
So I gave you, yeah, they are. What if we laid it on the website? So you've got separate patterns to sell on their own. You've got separate patterns to sell on their own, plus the kit comes with the pattern. It's massive. It's a massive deal.
That's good.
And the only reason that happened is because I carted them myself. In the suitcase. So yes, you can make this bag. You won't have the techniques on how to do this funky 3-layered pocket.
Is
or
that
the
book 2?
zip, yeah, or the
Coming soon, book 2.
recessed zip. But you'll be able to make any bag, any shape that works with this technique.
Nice.
Have you done the studio bag? I think you have.
I mean, they all have names.
I've got all bags around me, and we're going to talk about what different techniques they are.
Let's talk about the book then. Let's do the book, then we'll do the bag. But if you are shopping ahead, we have this now in
And not many.
5 colorways.
Not many.
These have been shipped across from Australia in advance of the show. What we have is what we have. They take a whopping 1.5 meters of outer fabric, 1.5 meters of inner fabric, and then a bit more.
Fat quarter.
And 26 inches of zip and 2 zip pulls. This is a big kit. And I know, there will be some of you.
And you've got a beautiful buckle too.
Oh, I need to put a buckle in.
Oh, we do.
It's okay. I've got a buckle I can put in. It's fine. Buckle up.
We've only got a couple of yours. Yours are very precious. More precious than mine.
No, I've got a whole box of them. That was the rest of the order that arrived.
Of these?
Oh, no. We've
Not the fabrics.
I think it's because my mic is there, so it's not
Thank goodness it's not my mic. That's playing up. All right, so the story goes, the backstory.
Go on, give us the backstory. Yep.
There's a little bit in here, but not the real...
Not the full shebang.
The full shebang, embarrassing
Because otherwise
thing.
it'd be like that much.
Yes.
Yeah.
When Rob and I went to Hong Kong without the boys, we won't talk about how long ago that was. I think it was my 40th or something. Shopping, as you do, full Aussie tourist, cotton shorts, singlet because it's hot. And we're in the beautiful big Marina shopping mall. It's all gorgeous, it's all lovely. And you go past, I think it was the Oroton bag store. It was one of those, Gucci Oroton. I think it's in there. And I looked at all the bags and I went, wow. And I thought, you know what? My cash, which I actually don't have, is as good as anyone else's, if I did have the cash to buy one. So I went inside the store. And the lovely attendant comes up and she goes, oh, do you like this year's collection? And I've gone, it's fabulous. And there's a variety of beautiful colours. They all look different. And all of a minute, someone goes to me in my head, hang on, they're all made the same way. And I said to her, they're all the same bag. And she went, no, they're so varied. It's a vast collection this year. I'm going, no, they're all put together. And I'm doing this the whole way. And I just felt the shadows of the 2 security guards at the front door.
Take the lady that's giving our secrets away.
Get out of the shop. So with that, I then went, okay, if that's one, how else do you put it together? I've found 6. There are 6 assembly techniques. I've never found another one. I've kind of given up looking. I've looked for a very long time.
Not that long, because,
yeah,
41.
a long time.
Yeah.
But
For a year.
Yeah. There is a 7th, and as a little disclaimer in the back of the book, the 7th is something, though, that you and I don't dabble in, which is moulding, felting, shaping felt and stuff like that.
No.
And that's technically...
Isn't that one that you have to like...
Yeah, and you mould it over shapes and everything. We don't do that. That's more of a shaping technique rather than an assembly. But there's only 6 ways to make a bag.
Okay.
So that's it. And they're all in here, in that little thing. Just in that little...
Oh, you need that.
You really need that?
I need that in my life. Gemma's messaging me.
Oh, what's Gemma?
I don't know.
Morning,
She's just
Gemma.
back from her holiday. Hope you had a nice time. The Traveller bag pricing is based on the pattern not in it, because the kits that we had didn't have the pattern in it.
I bought them and put them in.
Right, we didn't know that because they weren't in it and we didn't have you here at the time.
Right.
So our pricings are based without the pattern in. So
the pattern is separate on the website.
You need to buy,
Okay.
Yeah. So you need to buy your instructions.
Well, that will all even out the
separately,
same
please.
anyway. That's fine.
Yeah, but it also, do you know what it means?
It does mean that. I know exactly what you're going to say.
It means that if you want 3 meters of Leesa's fabric and you're not going to make the bag, then you're not paying for the bag instructions.
That is correct.
Just
I was going to
saying.
say you can just buy the bag pattern and then
Multiple bags.
Do like a 1.5 metre heaven rather than a 0.5 metre heaven. and put 1.5 meters together and make the bag.
Basically, buy instructions separately, and then whichever bag kit you want. You're getting 3 meters of fabric and an extra fat quarter in there, plus you're getting the hardware in there, and that is what we have priced those bags out at. The instructions are separate. But I tell you what, though, we do that normally. I know exactly why Gemma's done that. Firstly, because we didn't have the patterns in them, so we didn't think that. And also separately because we often have people that will multi-buy and they don't want to buy the pattern 3 times, but they want to buy the bag in different colourways. So actually, we've saved you money. You can thank us later. Did I get away with that?
I'm very impressed. Can I make notes? I need
notes.
That's fine. My own content. Can I just want to explain this pattern too, that this was, having designed patterns for a long, long time. I think we've done...
Not that long, we've established a year.
Over 100, there's over 100 bag patterns in my very short lifespan. This one just pulls in so much stuff that I think's super cool to do in a bag. And we cross some barriers we have not crossed before.
Bag barriers.
Oh yeah.
The bag frontier.
May I have an... Who's got the switcher? This is really weird not having my fingers on the switcher.
What do you want?
I just want to show...
Go on.
Can I just show... Look at the diagrams in this.
We can in a minute when I've just reloaded it because it shut down. Because I was looking at Gemma's message. It's all good.
We're going to be really serious tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, look, just...
Nice.
You know, you can be proud of the finished result, but you can be pretty chuffed.
You're just chuffed with the pattern, aren't you?
I'm chuffed with the pattern, I really am. And, you know, it was a real team effort because graphic designer Cass in Sydney does all of the magic. And then Emma, the bag tester, runs it 2-3 times through, and then I do it, and then we cutting, and it was a big one. It was huge. And there was a deadline. There was a deadline to have it ready.
This is 2 of the colourways.
Do you want the other ones?
Yes, please.
On your set?
Yeah.
All right. So this was the original. This now, all of this fabric under the Australian sun.
Spinning it round, but I want everyone to see this because this is really lovely.
Okay, just leave that
and
one
you're not. You see, it's so beautifully shaped.
Asymmetrical.
I know, but you keep turning it the other way, and I'm like,
because that's the back.
I know, but you need to see it too. Then you've got the front and back there, because you know.
Do you know this is it? This is it. The kits that you have here.
Yeah.
That's it. And there's no more of that fabric.
What?
Whatever. No, it's another one gone. Ever.
We need to have a conversation about this. For those of you that were not on our Natasha McCarthy Designs call on the weekend, then you will know that Leesa is moving into digitally printing her new fabrics, which is very exciting, but it hasn't happened yet.
I had to wait for them to invent.
You could fit
What's in there?
No, I know it should have a bottle in it or something.
Yes, there should be.
Gin, tonic, straws.
We are going. I had to wait to go to digital. I had to wait for them to invent hybrid digital printing. It's a hybrid machine. It means it's the best of both worlds. It prints digitally and screen prints together, which means I can digitally print and then put my gold or my silver over the top.
And will that be screen printed, the gold?
Yeah. I know. So we digitally print and then we screen print. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
That's worth waiting for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait. So let me run through. May I, please?
Yeah.
This is the back of the bag with the pretty buckle that matches, and you've got an overlaid pocket on the back. I have left this one whole because I think I can pop my little rulers in there or my patterns if I want to turn it into a project bag.
Have I got a pattern on it? Yeah, I've got pockets on the front.
Yeah, and then this one, I've actually divided it into 2. So that fabric, that's it. It's very sad. And it has, I will be honest, it has gone because it was very popular at home. That's why. So the last of it got squirreled away into your box.
And
that's
lining, can I just show the lining? I'm going to change so that everyone can see the lining. Okay. It's lined with your gum leaves.
It is.
Beautiful, which picks out the gold in here.
Yes. This one has a very complicated name. This is Pam's Bushman's bag, because my mum, Pam, I said, Mum, I want you to pick something to go with, I need another one. And yeah, I know, and I would never have done this, but she did. I love it. So we've got the brown buckle and this beautiful dark Hoffman Havana.
Hoffman's
Havana
Oh,
batik, and then we've used Melba green fans in here with it. So with these pockets, while we're on the overhead here, it's a double layer, 2 for 1.
Tufa.
Tufa. So this is a pocket, but then on top of the pocket, you have another pocket.
Nice.
So you can pop your phone in there if you wish.
You want your phone in a zippy pocket.
You do. And then you can pop your little rulers down here, and you've got a little narrow one there, a little ruler. Put stuff in there, bigger one in there. So
Oh, I was going gin tonic and straws.
I know, and I'm loving that. I think the only way to know if that's going to work
is to try it.
Is to try it later.
You're loving it now. This morning you didn't love it when you went, Natasha, I've got a headache, and it's your
I'm
fault.
not talking about it. My mother might be watching. I don't want to discuss.
Because you were dehydrated from travelling so much.
I'm not discussing the gin consumption. It's just not. I'm not talking about it. Just not talking about it. Which ones are we missing? Oh, can I go to Melba? Thank you. The excitement. The excitement at our place when we got these grey buckles. And this one's not sewn on yet because that's my demo for tomorrow. Haha.
Amazing.
So that's on there, ready to go on.
We had a couple of those left over, actually, that we have got in a bundle with your saddle satchel pattern.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, because you had something I didn't have.
Well, you know.
That wasn't on. This one's got the floral inside.
I love this colourway.
So pretty. And we've teamed it up with the metallic silver zip.
Nice.
And you've got little flower pulls on here. And this is a Maywood Studio, a shadow play, and that colour has always been a lovely one for us to put with Melba, so that's what's in that kit.
Beautiful.
And then
We are
there's
2
the
kits
whip.
down. The what?
Then we have the whip,
The what?
the
what?
work in progress.
Oh, okay.
So this is the one that we're going to come back and have a play with tomorrow. But Sis, you'll be able to see the panels.
Oh, there it is.
If you're a purple person.
We call them lovingly Purple Sues because we had so many lovely ladies called Sue
Oh, that
who
liked purple.
bought purple. So in our world, they are Purple Sues.
Oh, that's
and then,
lovely.
And then we'll get someone like Julia go, I like purple too.
We'll change your name. That's it. Just change your name.
And like, that's absolutely fine too.
So that's the front. There's the back. We've got black on here. This is, I've told Tash she needs this in her life, so I'm going to tell her.
Do you like this in my
I'm gonna
life?
tell you
Why
where
is
to
it
get
not
that.
in my life?
I'll tell you later. We can fix that.
Can I get that here?
Benetix.
Huh?
Benetix.
We'll have a look.
All right, I'll have a look. We'll get it. That's a
will.
Benetix brand. We can get that. Comes in silver too, just so you know. So that's that one. Now, this is what we've got ready to talk about tomorrow morning. It's not tinny gold. It's the exact perfect gold match to the metallic on the fabric.
But
that's
it doesn't
why I
actually
like
look
it.
gold. It looks sort of green. Green
Yeah,
gold.
whatever
I
you
like
put
that.
up against, like that.
But only because you've got it next to the green there, so it kind of takes on that green.
Yes.
Which is
of
very
course,
exciting.
we had to go purple lining.
Of course.
Of course. And
I
then
don't
I've got
have any of
all
that
the-
purple left. That's the other thing, is that you've brought us fabrics that we have sold out of.
Uh-oh.
We will. So whilst Leesa is here, we will have a recce of my massively depleted shelves. It's looking very sad in the Leesa Chandler department. They bought it. It's them. They bought it. And we will see what we need to restock. What we can get from what you've got left.
Well,
so for
that's
people who don't know, some of these are not being brought back into print again.
No, I'm having a midlife designer crisis.
Okay.
I've decided to move on. So
This has not been well met, by the way. There's a bit of an uproar about this.
yeah, I know, and I know because Melba is like part of our family. It sounds really
But you're
weird,
divorcing
but it
it.
is. No, I've just decided to set it free. Just set it free.
You've been not setting it free because you're cutting it off.
But what
Doing
if
the
you
guilt trip
knew
for you.
what we were going to do? If you knew, which I'm not telling you yet, maybe if you a couple more glasses of gin, I might. But if you knew what I was going to do, you'd go, okay. There's only so much room in the shop shed, only so much room to store. And there will always be under the Australian sun. Always.
You know.
In some version, in some combo, there will always be. But if you knew what was going to replace Melba, you'd be totally cool with it, I think.
But that Melba stripe.
Yeah, I know. In the black?
Any of them. I feel like we barely got the black and pink.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Sorry
Can
about
you
that.
not just keep that on a bit longer?
Well, if I do, it'll go to digital, and
That's okay.
it'll be super duper.
I mean, I'm
But
not seeing the
wait,
problem
just
here.
wait till you see.
I'm going to keep chipping away. I'm going to keep nagging for you and everyone else. You can see how these conversations have gone. And we'll see what we can get to.
Yeah, that's all right. So can I just show the whole? This
can
is
show the whole
tomorrow.
shebang.
This is tomorrow. That's why you have to watch tomorrow, because we are going to make the lining with the recessed zip tab in it with the other piece of the zip.
It's fair to
And
say
so-
this cannot be done in one show.
Oh no. No, and we're going to show, all we're really going to do is show you the key elements of it, and then the principle of this design we're going to talk about in the design book as well, and I'm sure everyone's going to be fine with it. If I'd given you a pattern that was only 3 pages, I'd be, you really need the demo, but you have a whopping pattern,
Okay.
an encyclopedia, if you will.
Yeah.
Robert, you see, Robert, how many pages am I printing? How many? 13 pages. So you've got
That's
a book.
good. That's
And
good.
I do think that once you've, with this one too, seriously, all jokes aside, once you have made this bag, there are a lot of elements in this bag that you'll be able to take and apply and use yourself, including this whole zip pocket over the top. You can put it on a straight bag, you can put it on any other one you've got. So I think we'll be good.
Nice.
Good.
So that is how today and tomorrow are shaping up. Now, for those of you that missed Leesa on Create and Craft yesterday, we are waiting for the final figures on the sales from Create and Craft. And if there is anything left over, that will go on tomorrow's show for you. Okay? That's the best we can do in terms of...
Yeah, we can't, we've got to be careful because stuff's sold out. So we have to be really careful.
So we have to be very, very careful about what we load. So we need to get those final figures. So that won't go up today, but it will go up tomorrow.
Because I had a lot of fun and I want to be allowed back in the building.
Yeah. But I know that we will probably have the fans table runner and probably the tea cozy.
And that one.
And possibly...
Well, that's all there was when we left.
Yeah, it depends
So we
if they've
don't
sold
know.
out
Yeah.
overnight.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at with that. So bear with us for that. Today it's about the book and the bags.
Yeah.
We haven't shown the last colourway.
Which one? Oh, that would be the new one. That we can. Yours.
Do you want to? Yeah, grab that.
I love this.
I will.
Actually, is Izzy listening?
What?
I
What do you
want
need?
one. I just love the way this one is. This is summer in England.
We had a rummage. And if Gemma is watching and not too tired from getting back from her holidays, please can you take this cut to order down because we've used it.
Oh yeah, sorry, Gemma.
This is
So we've only got-
Beta's Garden.
So we've only got 2 kits, haven't we?
We've only got 2.
Only 2. So
Yeah.
I can't have one then.
No,
No.
sauce.
I know what I'm going to. Sorry, I'm going to put that with some denim then. I love this. I love it. Okay.
It's very, very beautiful. And this, in that bag form, you're going to get these runs. And that will then run into a pocket, which is rather fabulous if you fussy cut it. So
and the panel. Oh
we
yeah.
started with this, didn't we? And went, what would go with it? And you went, actually, I want this with it.
I did.
For the inside. So this is your lining. These are very fancy bags. So that is going to be your lining. Mustard and a sort of grey.
Love it.
Always a beautiful thing. And then, yeah, so the zip, because I just thought that
Because it's got that grey in there.
it's
Tash.
got the grey. It's also the gold that we're going to pull for it. Just, and then that's your contrast for your pipety bits. I've got all the technical terms, the pipety bits.
The pipety bits, the thingy bogs
Yeah.
with the watsy pots.
And if you bear with me, I will get a little claspy thing to go on.
I might need one too, please. To take with my little bit. I'm serious. I'm going to use it up with my denim. I am. I'm sorry. Look, it's all happening. It's my souvenir. It's my Natasha Makes souvenir to take.
Sell them in pairs if you take one.
Oh. That's true.
We'll fight this. Actually, they might have sent me that one. You know that one that's sitting on the kitchen table?
That one.
We'll find one.
We'll find one. Lovely.
What are we doing today then?
So, what I would love to do is, I would love to go through this little book, and I have asked Natasha if she would kindly speed sew for me just a couple of bits because I'm not dukified. I'm becoming dukified on Jane's out there, but I'm not dukified. I'm beninified. So I just thought rather than see blood on Facebook, if I get my finger in the wrong spot, well, that it would be really nice if I can show you, and then Tash can just whip a couple of things up for me. And then I want to do the pocket for the front of the traveller to take away that thought. The technique for this pocket was a bit of a game changer compared to how I've done them in the past, thanks to my mate Megan from Oyen, Northern Victoria. She came down, we had a bag thing, it was great. She makes bags professionally to sell at markets and things, so she's a whiz. Yeah, she's really good. So this teeny little book is all you need to, it helps you, it empowers you. Is that the term? That's way over there. It empowers you because you go, I know how that bag's made. Yes, I want to make that bag when I buy the pattern. Or no, I can make that bag, but I can change the assembly technique. You will be knowledgeable. It doesn't mean you're going to not buy patterns anymore. You're still going to buy patterns, but you'll know how to play with them and alter them and work with them.
Have those patterns your way.
Yes, that's right.
The key.
That's the key. So 6 ways. We'll start. Number 1. What do you think number 1 is? Come on, Tash, you can do it.
I don't know.
All right.
Because I haven't seen it.
First one I call the pinwheel bag. Assembly technique.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have.
No. So with the pinwheel, how good was your maths at school? Come on, cough up. How good was it? Did you do geometry or anything?
Yeah.
I only did geometry because my boyfriend, Duncan Sykes, did it and I wanted to keep an eye on him. And I'm really, really glad I did.
What, keep an eye on him?
Yeah, that too. But also
what are you rummaging for?
Oh my God, if Heppy's watching, he'll laugh. I just want to text her. What's a texter look like?
What's a texter?
A marker.
Like a
fat, that's a glue pen. Like a pen, a thick pen. That's it, a Sharpie.
The only one you didn't talk about.
Yeah, I didn't.
The only one you didn't get.
Universal Sharpie. All right, so 360 degrees in a circle.
Yep.
Right. So when you divide that down,
yep,
that's going to give you the angles of your panels. Now, you make this style bag all the time. So you have a little, what we call a dilly bag that's got...
What's a dilly bag?
Drawstring bag. It's got a flat base on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where you cut out ones like this, don't you?
Yeah, with a 45-degree angle. Yeah. Did it yesterday on Craft. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So...
Did you? You were watching.
I was taking photos.
You
I
were
wasn't
there.
watching. I was taking it all in.
Did you do that? Yes.
Yeah, I've got photos of it.
Yeah.
So if you split your circle into 4, oh, that is really bad. But if it was evenly into 4, then these are 90-degree angles, right angles. 4 times 90 equals 360. So that is what your base angle needs to be so that your bottom is flat. And we all love a flat bottom.
I don't know, people spend hours in the gym to avoid having a flat bottom.
True.
Are you doing this on your pattern?
It's my copy, don't worry. It's not one of yours, it's okay.
No, I'm just, okay, I could have got you some scrap. Or plain.
Now there's 60, because it's 360.
Nice.
So what you're actually doing is you're empowered to work out what size or what angles you need to have at the point of the base of your bag so that the bottom of your bag is flat. So if I flip this one for you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the point on your panels on this bag are 60 degrees.
Nice.
So you can do anything. They don't all have to be, I'm going to do another page just to tick her off. They don't all have to be the same. You can have too narrow and too fat.
As long as it all adds up
45, 45 and whatever the other ones are. As long as it all adds up. And if you do that, then your bag will have sort of 2 short sides and wide ones.
Nice.
So a bit of maths for you. Not all of them have maths, but a bit of maths for you. And then with this style bag, what I always say to people is don't think it has to be a drawstring, because it doesn't, you can make this style bag, and we've seen a lot of them at shows and things, and it can sit flat. You can put your handles on the top.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to do that.
Right. So you can have a lot of fun. And the reason that we call this a pinwheel, so if you, I'm going through this pattern quick, aren't I? So let's just take the one that you did yesterday with the 90-degree base on it, and we will actually cut one out in a minute. If I do that, but we'll strip sew 2 pieces of fabric together first. So we got great big long bits, one's black and one's red, and then we cut all the panels from it. When you put that bag together, you'll get that lovely pinwheel stripe around the base. So that's where the name really came from.
Oh, perfect.
All right. So that means that you can make any drawstring bag that you want, anything from little teeny ones to hang on the Christmas tree or put jewellery in out of that velvet you've got, like, all of that.
Had sold yesterday.
Little ones. The other great thing to do with this...
To be fair.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of the plain ones out there. Oh, yeah, I bought it. It was me. She was telling everyone on Create and Craft, I would have had more of this, but Leesa bought it.
Is that or is that not true? Did you take over half my stock of my velvet?
Yeah, I did. I fessed up to Rob and he goes, is your suitcase feeling a lot lighter now you've offloaded the designer books? I went, well, no. I've replaced them with heavy velvet. And he says, what for? I said, jacket, cushions, probably enough for both. It doesn't really matter which one it is.
Well, we decided that when it all gets too much and you just need some time out, you'll put your jacket on and go and sit on your sofa with the cushions on, and you'll just blend.
No one will see me. I'll be gone.
Velvet camo. Who knew?
Now, seeing you and I are such sensible girls, I thought we'd use the best thing to use this for is to make a bottle bag.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. Just a bottle bag. Buddy Boo, I'm left-handed. I can't use your rotary cutter.
You can if I switch it over.
I kept going and nicking Jane's when she wasn't looking.
Oh, Jane's you can use other way, can't you?
Yes.
Jane, please can we use your rotary cutter? I've got a lefty. Lefty alert.
Lefty alert.
Lefty alert. Lefty in the building. For any of you that are also lefties, always makes me think of that Simpsons Leftporium episode.
I still think we should have a left-handed quilters guild internationally.
You can get a left-handed ruler from Creative Grids. Well, you could have done if we hadn't sold them all.
Oh, I was going to get one off you.
Yeah, no, sorry. Thank you.
Thanks,
Is that a
Jane.
lefty-righty?
Yes, it's a lefty-righty.
The one that Leesa had on
Yeah.
the desk, I think, so she wants to...
Oh, she's used all your stuff. Just to tell you.
She said I could. We're all friends.
It's not my stuff.
Anyway.
Well, it kind of is.
And,
I get growled at
she did
if I
bring
use
chocolate. So
it. It's all good.
Izzy's bringing cake next week. I'll miss it.
Is she?
Yeah, she's gonna
she
make
forgot
cake.
to take the eggs back with her from the chickens.
Can I say, it's to feel like you're at home. You do a 30-hour commute door to door, only to open the door in the car. And here are, oh my girls, chickens. Not just chickens, exactly the same breed as mine. And I get out of the car and they all do the squat thing that the Highlands do to pick them up.
Yeah.
So door to door, and my chickens were still with me.
So we've had a bit of a chicken situation, it would be fair to say, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we had to nearly do that why did the chicken want to cross the road thing this morning. Izzy came in and, I was about to say in a flap, but that's a terrible play on words. Came in going, there's a chicken about to cross the road. Well, you've got one rogue chicken. It's one leader.
Do you think it's one?
Yeah, that's the equivalent of my Geraldine. She leads them all astray.
I had to take her off the sofa. This is how ridiculous it's got.
Geraldine
Turned our
sits
backs.
on...
And Reuben...
Nothing happened. Oh, there we go.
He just lets them. This great big Great Dane.
There's the misconception about Great Danes.
He just has this slightly puzzled, concerned frown on his face because they all follow him now out the pen.
Yeah.
And for a dog that when he first arrived would have had him, he now just trots along with them all behind him in a little row, and he just keeps looking, going, is this okay? I'm like, yeah, it's your new normal, mate. Get used to it.
Now, one thing you've got to watch when you're using this to make a bottle bag or any bag, when you've actually got your diagram, you're going to think, okay, that's the width of the base of my bag, but it's not, it's only half because you've got another one that sits here and another one that sits here. So, what do you reckon the base of do you want a gin bottle bag or do you want a normal wine bottle bag? At least you've got one on a lampshade, haven't you, or something?
I've done...
I swear.
Hang on, I'll go and get a bottle.
We'll go and get a
Bear
bottle.
with.
Can you put... Where are you going? Don't
To get a
leave me here
bottle.
alone.
I'm going to get a bottle.
Give me the front back.
Oh, you want the front back?
Yeah, give me the front back. Otherwise, I've got to keep cutting.
Just getting a bottle, back in a second.
If you think about it, the whole base of the bag has to be the width to put in it, whatever you want to put in. So the one across here is quite wide, even though the angle at the bottom, little angle bit on the template is only about 3.5 inches. The whole width of it, though, is 7 because we've got at least 2 across on there.
I have no idea
What you got?
where or what that is, which is probably why it's still full.
You opened it yet? Have a smell. Oh my.
We're not having
Have you
that.
got any bananas? We could make my mum's caramel rum bananas for dessert.
I will be getting bananas. Hang on, let me just message
Bananas and
Josh
ice
to
cream.
get some bananas.
And vanilla ice cream, please. And brown sugar. And we're done. That's
Hang
dessert. I'm glad we got that sorted.
Please, could you get
Mum's.
bananas?
Or
What do I need?
pens.
Brown sugar.
Yeah. Ice cream.
And
You've got
vanilla
plenty
ice
of
cream.
butter. That's all I need. Because we've got the rum.
For
So,
a rum
everyone, I
pudding.
think we've already been on it. I'm going to make this.
Leesa is making later.
So the base, I'm going to make the base 4 inches wide. So I'm actually going to cut the pieces at 2.5 because the base is 4, chop
Seam
it in
allowance.
half, and then add the seam allowance.
Got it.
It's all in book.
We're making 6 bags this morning.
No,
Okay, just
don't panic.
wondering.
Don't panic. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
We're going to have a go. We're going to do this though.
I need to shuffle out your way.
Do
Have I
you?
got to sew something in a second?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm just going to zip onto Facebook for a minute and say hello to all of our lovely viewers there because they've probably been asking millions of questions.
Oh, say hi for me.
So, well, no, you can say hi because you
I want to
are
know
here.
who's watching for. Oh, my girl's
Jenny's here, Kathy's here, Julia's here. There you go. Didn't I say? What did I say? We've got purple Suze, and then Julia will say, "Me too." Julia's got her purple. Nancy says, "Love that flowered fabric." Wendy says, "Hello." Christine says, "Hi, lovely ladies. You are great together. Thanks. We've had 3 days to practice." Auntie Lizzie's here. Kath Freeman is here, loving the fabric combinations for the bags. Can't
look, Kath.
decide between the black red and black purple. How strong will the bag be for carrying stuff, e.g. laptop and pads?
Pretty strong. If they use, what do you call it, Bosal?
Starville.
Starville. You can put a base in it if you want to. If you wanted to put a little thin strip inside,
Okay.
a narrow bag base, just to give it a bit more oomph.
Okay.
Oomph
We all
being
want
a
a bit more
technical
oomph.
term.
No, Auntie Lizzie, you can't go telling Lisa that I was a maths teacher. She doesn't need to know that.
Funny.
There are certain things people don't need to know. Jo says she loves watching a lefty, same as her. Kathy's also now buying bananas on the way home. I don't know, this sounds really dangerous.
We'll
Ray
have to
and
post
nephew.
Mum's
Who are
recipe.
Ray and nephew. Who are they? White overproof rum. What's overproof?
I
It
wanna
says
know-
here,
wait.
guaranteed full strength. We're not going to have full strength, are we, after this? Where the heck has this come from?
Well, that would be the main question, Natasha, not the brand or where
Well,
it was
I'm not a
manufactured.
rum drinker, so that would be to the
Well,
half.
where'd you find it? Oh, the other. You reckon it would belong
still-
to someone else that lives in this house?
You know when you merge 2 households.
No.
Oh no, because you've been married forever. When you come second time around,
Yeah.
and
Don't worry, Rob, if you're watching, it's fine, darling. It's okay.
yeah, you're safe. And yeah, you suddenly realise that actually they've got stuff that you've not seen. Hence, overripe rum or whatever it's called. What's it
Is
called?
it almost too late to change your mind then when they start moving in? You're going, I didn't know they drank that. Does it change your judgment of them a little
No,
bit?
because if he's drinking that, he's not drinking mine.
That's true.
Let's be really practical about the situation.
I think Rob was a bit funny about me the other day because I knocked into some homemade grappa that a lovely customer dropped off her husband made.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Was this the grappa that was better than last year's?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I'm glad that he's improved.
And
it for
that, you know, if we ran out of gas for heating, we could probably heat the house with it just by burning it.
Wow. Start a bonfire.
Yeah,
all those
all
things.
of that.
Amazing.
All right, so what I've done, we've been mucking around, just having a
Working
chat.
hard, or hardly
I've cut
working.
4 panels and I have wedged into them on the bottom. That one doesn't look very good, does it? They're 45-degree angle.
We're not judging.
Well, we were talking too much. Hang on. Let me just do that, and that will fix that.
Liz Duggan says, hi, Natasha and Lisa. Hello. Claire's here. Wendy's eating dinner now. She's one of yours.
She must be.
Yeah. Jenny's here. Yeah, Jenny says that you're leading me astray. I know. I am so innocent. Jane always goes for purple too. And Chandler's Cottage says, hello.
Hey, Robbie.
Leanne is hi from Australia. Carlene is hi from Tassie. Janine is here from Perth, Western Australia. We've got
Hello, team.
the Aussie girls in the building.
Oi, oi. They do watch you a lot, though.
Hang on, Joe says I need no leading. What? Hang on.
Joe said what?
I don't need leading astray.
Oh. She already is. Joe who?
That's my Joe.
Oh, you're Joe.
Joe Standage. Yeah.
Because my Joe doesn't need leading astray either.
We're very protective of our Joe.
We are. Is that yours or
You
mine?
can have my Joe, your Joe. We'll share our Joes. Anne's here. Love having Lisa on the show. Great demo. Brenda
hold your
says
thought on
purple
that.
is her favourite colour, and it's nice to watch a lefty as she's one too. There's a whole tribe of lefties going on. You want me to sew those together now, don't you?
Famous quilters that are lefties. Who have we got? Alex Anderson. You don't know who Alex Anderson is. I've got to get you out more. I really do.
I don't get it. Do you know, I had
She's
this
like
conversation the other
mega
day.
star in America. Mega TV with
that-
Ricky Timms.
The only place I go is on the school run and to Create and Craft.
I go to the Druin Post
cool,
Office
that's
and
it.
the Woolworths supermarket. And that's it. But I do know I'm going to get you out more. Okay, we'll have a who's who chat this evening.
Okay. Who's who in the zoo? Catherine says, good evening, Natasha and Lisa. It's very cold tonight on the central coast of NSW.
Aww. That's New South Wales, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, no, I didn't know, so I just gave the abbreviation. I'm a bit late as we're having dinner. They keep eating.
Well, they do. We all
They
watch you while we eat dinner. That's the thing.
Aw.
I know.
We need to be careful what stories we tell, so don't put people off. Jan says, good morning. We are besieged by baby seagulls. Now on the ground, one walked into my neighbour's house and all through, followed by 3 dogs who let it in. Yeah, that happens. Jane says, it's a staple in Jamaican culture, the best apparently. Well, this one, Ray and nephew, what does the overproof bit mean? Like your proof is your alcohol content. Does that mean like there's more? It is followed by guaranteed full strength.
That would be excellent to preserve fruit in.
I don't think I'm
With
going to have
sugar.
full strength after I've drunk it.
Apricots and sugar and rum, 6 months in a jar.
How long are you here?
And not long enough. We can check it next year.
Okay.
May I ask you a favour?
Yeah, I've got to sew, haven't I? I'm just saying hello to everybody. Hang on. Ali G's here as well.
Hi, Ellie.
Jane's here from one of your funny Australian names.
Numurkah. Hi, Jane. Jane's from Numurk, which is up further from Shep and Tat.
Are you just making these names up?
No, we abbreviate everything. From Tatura, Shepparton, Numurkah. Wang for Wangaratta. We could do this all day. Wagga Wagga. What else do you want? You can keep
I
going.
don't know. You're saying words, and I don't know what you're
Gamby.
saying.
It's so much fun. And because Tash doesn't know if I'm actually just making names up like Lang Lang and Poo Wong, or whether they're real places, which they are. They're just down the road from me. With these...
You can poo on all over the place.
So the main thing, just before you start, just before you start, we're only sewing there and there.
I know.
Okay.
I made one of these in bigger
Just checking.
yesterday. That while you weren't watching on the show.
I was in awe. I wasn't taking in the fine detail. I was just watching in awe.
Is that it?
Yeah. So this technique is probably one of the biggest chapters in this little book because there's a whole heap of different ways to use it. Those of you, do you remember my little tidy up pattern with it's a little box thing with little pockets on the side? Did you do that way back?
Yeah, we did that. That was nice.
Pinwheel base technique. Same thing. Yep. Same thing. So there's lots
I did that
and lots.
so many years ago. I can't even remember it.
And the sides don't have to be straight. Oh, as long as you've got that angle bit right at the bottom and they're straight. The sides of the bag, which are these long skinny ones for our bottle bag, they can curve if you want to. So you can sort of almost get like a bag that's shaped like a ball, if you like, or a tear shape. Yes, when you iron your seams, as Natasha would have told you on Create and Craft yesterday, that you always, with all your pieces, you always iron them in the same direction. And then when you put them together, you can abut them. But she knows all that. She's the expert. With this one too, that camera is so far away compared to mine. It freaks me out just a little bit. Mine's usually 2 metres away, not on the other side of the football field. It's over there.
Yeah, but we've got HD.
Yeah.
Our cameras are better than they use at the BBC. You know, it's no overkill here or anything like that. I'm just going to pop these right sides together and then sew along because you've got that nice straight line there.
Yeah,
and then I'm just going to sew.
Yes, please.
And I'm going to do that whilst you tell us more.
Okay, so there's quite a big section in the little book on this one because it's a really versatile technique. Of course, you can layer pockets up over the top as well. One little tip, if you do layer your pockets up over, like half the way up, which I haven't done on this one, you might want to go across before you assemble all your panels together and sew a line across where the wedge finishes. Otherwise, if you put your lippy in there, Tasha's going to end up right round the bottom. So that's just one little tip for that.
Do you then press that open?
I do. I like that pressed open.
That last one?
Yeah.
Good enough. You can use my new iron and then I'll just sew it all together.
It's a bit scary.
Well, it's just an iron.
That's not going to fit in my suitcase, is it?
No.
Or it might fit in my carry-on one.
No, it's heavy. It's seriously
really?
heavy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, this is the bad boy of irons in an attempt to not break it. Because, you know. Liz would like to know, can we buy the books from your shop in Australia?
Not yet. But yes, you will be able to. Liz, we just got it done in time for Tash. And when it's all a case of Robert doing another print run because we print in-house. But yes, when I get back, we will be able to do that for you.
Oh, now, Wendy, I've heard of bunyip. Because I kept thinking that you were saying bunion, and I got confused. Bunyip. Isn't there a big quilters thing at Bunyip?
There is. The weekend I'm back is the quilt show at Bunyip.
I know about that now. Apparently, overproof means more alcohol by volume. The standard for a spirit is about 40%. Now, that I did know. This is 63!
It's going to be a good night. See that? Look, see, we're just going to have enough. I
Yeah.
might be a bit snug.
She
Probably should have made it a bit bigger, but they'll get the gist.
Ray and Nephew is over 50% strong stuff. It's over by another 13%. Wow.
The next method, I'm just going to move on.
Am I finishing this, or are we?
I think the girls will get it. I don't think we need to finish, do you? No. Right. So with this now, you're just going to sew up the sides. Do another one for the lining. And it's a really nice little technique. So I love this. If you've got all those leftover strips of Christmas fabric, you just put them all together, make bottle bags, or shorter ones for little biscuit shortbread bags for Christmas. That's what I love it for. Wow. Off she goes. How's
There's
this one
your
put
1,000
together?
stitches a minute.
Now the next technique in the book, number 2, let's move on, was my bag, which I don't have with me, it's upstairs in my messy bedroom. But the next bag is pretty much what we call a flat bag. It's just a flat technique. So you don't have a third party involved. There's no separate side panel, there's no separate base. You're just working with 2 pieces. So when you have a look at Tasha's ones like this is a flat bag. or a flat pack as I like to call it for fun, because there's nothing else. But it is always underestimated on how good it is. Don't you think?
I am always underestimated, yeah. That's my nesting pouch inspired by your border stripe that you now won't print anymore. So
I choose not to at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this
that's
is a great
that kind of
technique.
window.
But am I right that you've sewn a dart into your 2 pieces for this one?
I have boxed the bottom.
Yeah. So this is still a flat pack. It's still only 2 pieces of fabric. So while you think about, oh, 2 bits, I'm only ever going to get a flat bag, that's actually not true, because you can put your 2 pieces together and add the feature of a dart into the bottom and turn it into a 3D bag. There's lots and lots of different ways to do it. What was that? And see, that one is, you wouldn't even think of it, but it is actually a 3D bag made with just 2 pieces. So in the book, you've got lots of examples of that.
You can.
Malcolm wants in. Malcolm just wanted to chat. Bless. Oh, so there you go. In this one as well, I've popped in a couple of little photos that I thought you would like just for interest. These are from a botanical bag exhibition that we had, and they both used this method. In fact, a lot of bags in the exhibition did, but again, they all looked super different.
Just by chopping out bits.
Just by chopping out bits and messing with the shape and curve the top, anything like that. So not to be underestimated. There's some more. So you've done that one. I'm sure you've done the classic. Is that that's the Overlander? Outlander? One of those. I'm sure you've done that one. Garden trellis, little purse down the bottom. They're all flat pack techniques. Now, the next one.
I've done this one.
Okay. We should have brought more bags onto the set, Tash. We might have to do that tomorrow. All-in-one base and sides is a fantastic technique, because you actually don't, if you don't want to, you don't have to draw anything up. You don't have to measure anything.
Okay.
All right? Can I write on
Do
the
you
back
know what?
of my
And
pattern
if you've got an overlocker,
Yes.
you know, like I now have a new one.
Yes.
Then that's just so easy, because that just breezes through and it's done.
Yes.
Love that.
You love it?
Yeah.
If you wanted to make a wacky looking bag,
Yeah.
do you want a wacky looking bag?
Always.
That was sort of that shape.
Maybe not.
You would use it's an example. You would use an all-in-one base and sides.
I would call it the Picasso.
Yes, the Picasso. Because it means that we're going to use one strip all the way around for the side panel. Here, enter
The Picasso. Oh, no.
the traveller bag.
Oh.
All one. Can we go all one piece that goes all the way around?
Okay.
All right. So if you want to make your own one-off, you don't have to measure it. You just have to generously measure the strip. Okay. So you make your wow, award-winning, groovy, you know, crazy patchwork, whatever you want to do front. I'm not really winning, am I? Okay, do you want a star there? That do you? A little love heart up there? That good? That's my bag front.
Wow.
So then I would take that, would lay it down onto another fabric for the back of the bag. So you've got 2 pieces the same. And then I would grab anything like piece of string, ruler, tape measure. Help me out here, Tash, I'm looking, I can't see one. You got a tape measure?
I mean, no.
Right.
Here we go.
Of course. Earplugs, anything.
This is what we have to hand. You didn't warn me that you'd need
No,
stuff.
we didn't. We weren't organised, okay? We've been through a big weekend.
It's been a big weekend.
The skills in winging it. Okay. Then you would measure around your bag, all the way around, up to the top. Take that, see how big it is. And you'd probably add a couple of extra inches, just to be on the safe side. And then you know you've got a piece big enough to go all the way around. And you sew from the base up one side and up the other side. And then you can trim off what you don't need at the top.
So you start from the middle out. Okay.
Always start from the middle out. Now it also doesn't need to be this shape. You could just simply do it with a little bag. So my girls will know one of the ones that we've done, and I'm sure you've done a heap of them too, a little multi-pocket purse at the moment. It's got a couple of zips on the front. It is this technique. It just has just a tiny little one that goes all the way around. We can make it a super wide one. Now with your pin-tuck patchwork bag, that you did, they're really wide. They're about 6 inches wide, aren't they, the sides? And when we got to that, it's big. When we got to that,
It's in your box of samples.
and we might look at it tomorrow. When we get to that, you know, then you can do all sorts of things. You can add pockets into it as well, where it goes around the corners at the base, and it can go that way around the bag, or it can go the front and back around the bag. It can mind bend you. So it could be either way. So you can go that way, or it might be these are separate and you go that way. And I've got a couple of bags like that. What do I have? Sashiko tote, a few others like that actually go that way.
That's good.
I think that Weekender bag goes that way too. I think the Weekender does.
We have more messages I've got to read out. Cynthia says, greetings. This is Cynthia in Ohio.
Oh, lovely.
How cool is this episode with you two?
That's
Hopefully,
nice.
we're hoping for cool.
We're hoping for cool.
Ali says, split screen. NM and Tom Daly, no Williams, yeah, Harvest
Sorry,
grandchildren.
who are we showing
Leesa.
this screen with?
All sorts. With all
Probably
the Olympics.
Mm.
I got really confused there because, yeah, I've told you this story about. Did I tell you? But you didn't know who Tom Daly was.
No.
Tom Daly is like our gold. He's our golden boy,
Okay.
and I was his first ever agent. I got
Oh,
him
yes,
his
you
very first deal with Adidas. That was me
That's it.
as a 10-year-old. Yeah. Very proud of Tom. Cindy's here. Hello, Natasha. Hello from back home, Leesa.
Is that Cindy
Yvonne-
Tremaine
Yeah.
from Yeovil, halfway between Orange and Dubbo?
I mean, there's lots of words there. Good. But the name was right.
But I drive around with you here and I'm giggling in my head the whole time at the names of all the lanes and everything. It's really cute.
Good morning,
Cindy.
ladies. Says Ivan. Looking forward to today's show. It looks like today is going to be a fun show. Those bags look amazing. Yes. Oh, we go. Gemma's brought the Fortaventura sun back with her. She says, you're welcome. And Diane Dabshidar says, good morning, Leesa. So good to see you back in the UK.
morning.
Excited for the weekend. It's the highlight of the year.
What's the weekend? Joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm going to make you do some more maths. More maths. You all right with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they all behaving? Am I not behaving? It better be.
I am not responsible for your lot. I'm barely responsible for myself, let alone anyone else. Look at me just casually leaning on a machine here.
Yeah, you are a bit.
I know. Do you know what it is? It's because my back's sore.
Oh,
So I'm just
well,
trying to do
let's
that
not-
lean thing
yeah,
to
let's
make it
talk
not
about
hurt.
that. Hey, that stuff's really good.
Oh, is your headache gone now?
Nearly, yeah.
There you go. See,
I don't know what I've done with it. It's around here somewhere.
It's under the bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's all right. Now, the next technique we're going to talk about. All right, so we've done flat pack. And flat pack takes in bags with zips on the side, concealed ones and everything. And we've done the all-in-one base inside, which is almost an extension of the flat pack because you start with the 2 panels and then you take it to the next step and make it 3D by adding in a
Gusset.
gusset. You
I
don't
know.
like that,
I
right?
know. I don't, it doesn't mean to say I won't use it.
I never used to use it. Emma uses it. It's more of a dressmaker's terminology, isn't it?
Well, what would you call
I've
it?
got to put
then?
a new blade in Jane's. I call it the side panel.
Oh,
But
yeah,
we
that has
call it
been
the all-in-one base and sides. But it's a side thing, isn't it? It's a strip. It's the 3D factor. We're going to use a little bit of this scrummy fabric, I think. Now, the next one that we're going to do is a little bit of maths.
Okay.
This was derived with a great friend of mine from way back, Jennifer Saynor Locke, and a bottle of blackberry nip, actually, late one night.
Again,
So it took-
lots of words happening there. What was her name?
Jennifer Saynor Locke.
Okay.
Hyphenated name.
Wow.
But the reason, there was one thing that we were doing wrong, that we couldn't get this technique right. And once I realised what it was, we were fine. So this is an all-in-one base and sides, and where you have one piece for the base on here. Is it? Oh, I'm not front and centre.
Hang on. Yeah. There you go.
Thank you. So big base on this. Is this Emma's picnic?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Melbourne picnic.
It's the Melba picnic basket. So with this one, you've got a separate base, and your actual front and back panels come around and meet at a side seam. I've got some, I'm not sure if Tasha will complicate things. I've got some that are going to festival with me, but I can show you what they look like. I'm always scared to show her things, because then she goes, why don't I have that?
Which is a reasonable question.
See? So these go around and meet at the side. Now, this technique is very cool, because this is where you can add in a lot of thingamybobs, what's a bits on the side, so you can put in your little loops to hang your keys off. You can add embellishments,
okay. Those
like a
thingamabobs.
tab, and also not just in this side seam, but in this base one. So what are those bags? Jag, tag, you know, the ones that are heavily embellished with stuff. They had all the chains and tassels. It's Jag, isn't it? Jag. She's looking at me funny. Right, so in this seam along here, they would make bags that sort of would have an extra flap that would be like a half a semicircle, and then it would have a grommet hole or an eyelet hole, and then it would have a chain attached to it, and then it would come up and meet up with a tab on the top up here. Really, what are we, late 90s? Really chunky looking, heavily embellished bag stuff, usually used this technique. And what I was saying before about the realising that a lot of, I think there's a bit of your picnic left in the basket, love, and a bit of Lego.
Coconut oil. What's
Where's
that
that?
doing?
I don't know. It's come out of the bag. So I've completely lost what I was saying now. Oh, yes. When you do walk into a designer handbag shop or Marks and Spencer's or wherever you want to go here, once you've read the book, it's so much fun, because you just go around and go, oh, how did they make that? I know what technique that is. I know that one. And usually you will find with a new collection of bags from a high-end designer or not, they will use the same technique or only one or two. And that is because when they book a production line in the factory, wherever
it's all got to
they've
be done.
made,
Yeah.
you want your team all trained to assemble the bag. You don't want to have to book 3 or 4 different assembly lines. So you train the girls down that line, or the guys, assembly, and it doesn't matter what they get thrown in terms of size, colour or anything, they know they're all put together the same way. So you book an assembly line that is designed for that technique. That's why. So what we're going to do here with this all-in-one base and sides, again, just a little bit of maths.
Okay.
So with this one, you can also start from the base up. And I do like that, because I'm sure your team, Natasha Makes community, same as mine, you go to a show or something and you buy a bag base and then you go, I haven't got a bag that fits it. You end up with a base that doesn't go with the bag, or vice versa, or you've got a bit of cardboard you want to use, or wood or whatever. So it's really nice to be able to work from the base up. So if I had a bag base that fits perfectly into a base of a bag that's 6 by 2, add these together and you get 8. That's
Seam
not
allowance.
right, seam allowance, and add it in. And that is what the width of your side panels have to be. Because you've got the 6 here, it's going to come around the side by 1 inch to meet in the middle, because that's 2, so you're going to come around 1, and then you're going to add your seam allowance on. So you're going to have 1 inch there, 6 there, and 1 there. So that's what you're actually adding up.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is add up that one and that one. So if you have 5 by 3, it's still 8.5. If you have 1 by 10, it's going to be 11.5. The main thing is, don't add on that 1/2 inch until you've added both these together. That is where you can go a mischief. So with this one, I'm going to do it as a 6x2. So I'm going to cut the 6x2 out of this bit, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd better check. So I've already chopped up this bolt this morning anyway. Oh, see, I've done it.
Yay!
Multi-purpose. Not talking, not talking. Actually have to cut the bit of fabric. 6.5 by 2.5. Because I've got to add the seam allowance on. See? I did it again. I always make that. I'm running out of pages. That's all right. I'll
You
do it again.
added, well, 6 plus,
So it's going to be 6 by 2.
but then you've got you've got a quarter of an inch there and a quarter
Yeah,
of an inch there,
yeah,
which
yeah.
it adds on half an inch.
So I need
you're
my
8.5.
panels going to be 8.5, but I also have to add my seam allowances to my bag piece.
Oh, I see.
That's what I missed. So
Got it.
if we want finished 6 by 2, we're going to cut it at 6.5 by 2.5. Now the big picnic basket that we were just looking at, it's actually got a square base, and that doesn't matter. It still needs to be cut the same way, and it still uses the same mats. This is a very little bag. Been very cute. So that is our base cut with the seam allowance. So no one's got any questions about the kits? They're all cool? They're all fine? They're all right?
I think so, yes. I'm just sorting some stock stuff with Gemma.
Oh,
It's all happening
Hi,
just behind the
Gem.
scenes. Whilst you do that, I'm just doing some admin stuff with Gemma just to make sure that everything is okay on that front. Because I haven't spoken to her. She's only just got off
she's
the plane.
only just got back.
So we're
She's
just
still a
playing
figment of
catch
my
up.
imagination, to be honest.
What do you mean?
Well,
You've met Gemma?
I have met Gemma, but
That's
only briefly, and she's not here. She's usually
Because
here.
she's been on her holidays.
What's that?
Holiday.
Only joking, Robbie. Okay, so my panels are 8.5 wide. I've just seen that this is a little bit crooked, so before I give it to Natasha, let's just straighten this up. So they are our 2 panels that are going to fit around our base. So I'm going to find the centre of this one here. And I know there's pins here. I know there's going to be pins here. It's going to be a heap of pins here.
Oh, yeah, no, there were.
Are they in there from the show?
Yeah, well, they are in the...
Oh, what are these yellow ones?
They are
Can I use
applique
these?
ones. Yeah, you can use those. No, they've just come off they're still in the bag from print.
Is this? Well, they match the fabric, so that's all right.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so we're going to pop in the centre there. And then I'm going to pop that on there. And then we'll do the same on the other side. And then Tash can sew these in both goes. So with this technique, you've got to stop at that 1/4 inch seam allowance there. And I know it's sort of hard to visualise how this is actually a bag, but it's all about the basic techniques. And what I'd challenge you to do when you've got time tonight after the show is have a look through your bag collection and see if you can guess what techniques yours are made with. And then when you get hold of your book, you'll be able to firm all that up. And what I really hope you can do is just get so much more use out of the patterns that you already have. And you will have your favourites. You will have your favourite techniques to use.
Gabriel says, hi, Lisa, can I make the traveller bag smaller? As I like small bags. I think if you grab the book, then you can absolutely make it smaller, can't you?
Yeah. You could probably shrink it all down to size. I wouldn't shrink the pockets though. No. You could make it smaller. I think you might be better off with the book and then have a crack. Maybe get the pattern and shrink the actual bag panel pattern and take it down.
Okay.
That's ready for you, Miss Anu.
Anne would like to know why you start from the centre rather than one edge, which is a very good question.
On the all-in-one base and sides.
Yeah.
It's all about making sure
am I doing?
that it's even. So what can happen?
What am I doing?
What are you doing? Sewing from that pin to that pin and that one to that one.
So I'm
on
leaving
both
the
sides.
seam allowance on the
yes,
edge?
Yes, please.
Okay, cool.
What can happen is that if you don't start in the centre and work your way up both times, when you put it all together, and it's a little bit of a phenomenon, your bag can end up askew. So unless the
Weird
base...
how it does that.
It is weird, isn't it? Unless you've got the centre on the front and back panels perfectly lined up with the centre on the side bit, it does, doesn't it? It kind of twists.
And it's really annoying, and you can do one side perfectly, and then the other side can skew. It's weird, and I don't know why, and I'm so glad. I thought it was just me.
No.
Okay.
The other thing too that I started it with this bag, and it's just so strange. I've been doing this for years, and I've never done this before, and I do it with this bag. Instead of sewing this side piece on here and then putting the other one straight on, I sew both the front and the back on, diagrams in the pattern, to the base just here. So it's like out, like that. And then I press these seams, thank you, really well. Can you sew up the side seams, please?
So,
Next. So they're on, and then we sew that bit. So when I've got the front and back panels attached to the side seam, just at the base before you turn the corner and go up the sides, and I'll give it a really, really good press. Now I did it with this one, so this one is sitting nice, or nice, if you would like to say it like that today. Nice like that. I did not do it with this one. And I've got to get a rolled up towel, and you see that, how that's kind of still all
I've got something for that.
curvy-worvy.
We sold
the thing,
like the glove
that
you put in. That's what you need for that.
That's the difference between them, but it's just nice to get it.
So I've sewn up the sides, and then I'm just going to put it like that and sew across it.
Yeah,
like that.
so to do this super duper, where am I? There. To do this super duper, what you would actually do is
overhead?
flatten that seam out. Flatten that out, so it's always nice and flat. And then what I find you often need to do, besides putting on your glasses...
We still need to get those fixed for you, don't we?
Yeah, I know. Mark's bringing my other pair over for me. Thank you. Is you might need to just put a little nick, in the seam allowance there, and that just helps it sit really nice.
You've got all the scissors.
Across. I'm hogging the scissors. These are very flush.
I know.
And that will sit across.
You've also got the
there.
fabric. What I'm saying is you might need to do that bit yourself.
I'll do it. So then we're going to sew straight across there.
Because you've got all the bits.
But this is where, if you wanted to, you could pop in a little tab, a little something that comes up onto the side of your bag to make it look really swish.
Our ladies, they're just shouting out words like gusset and flange and things like that. Oh, Auntie Lizzie says that she thinks you might mean punk rock.
Punk rock what?
With the bags, with the stuff hanging out of the bags.
Yeah, a bit like that, yeah.
And Jan says, thanks for trying to translate. I'm glad anyone's translating. I'm glad anyone's here, listening, watching. It's all good.
Okay. That's better. Now we're just doing this with fabric, okay, but when you're doing it, remember, you will be having larger pieces and you're going to have some batting in there as well. So you just have to take your time. It'll be even more important to pop that little clip into your seam allowance. And with any new bag technique that you're trying out with a pattern, it is a good idea to make the lining up first, because then you get a hang of the assembly technique. And you're not practicing on the lining, but it is, of course, always easier to do that assembly technique without the batting in. So make your lining up first, make sure you're happy with how you've pinned, clipped, snipped, whatever you need to do to get that assembly right, and then go back, pop your walking foot on or your dual feed to do the outside of the bag.
Cool.
There you go.
Do that.
Now, while Tasha's doing that, I'm going to flip the page. You've made this one too, haven't you?
Which
made
one?
this
that one. That was one of the very first ones.
Yeah,
that I
so that's
made.
an all-in-one base. That's a wraparound base and sides as well. I'll show you a couple of others tomorrow. The next one, while Tash is sewing that, I'm going to the kitchen to get a plate.
No, you won't,
I'm not.
because your mic will do nasty things.
Malcolm.
No, your microphone
Oh,
will
it
do nasty
will too.
things.
What about you then? So we go Jane. Do we do a Miss Jane?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you need?
A plate, a dinner plate.
What? Yeah, do you need a round one?
Yeah. Just one of those, the plastic ones in the
Oh, okay.
top cupboard. just one of those. Is Jane listening? Is she like Rob and she
Jane always
hears me talks about it? And then, how's it looking? Oh, cute.
Pretty good. Look at that.
Really what this is me trialling the denim with this fabric so that when I make up the pocket,
Could you not use my circle cutter?
if you have a circle cutter,
Mm-hmm.
I no, actually need to draw a circle. I'm not cutting a circle, I'm drawing a circle.
Or just, if you draw half and then spin it and draw the other half.
Sure, that works for me.
There you go.
Oh, I love this, is so cute. So there you go.
Thank you, Jane.
So just little bags like this are just cute. And you could zip the top of that, whatever you want to do.
Nice.
Look at that. So this technique, a little bit of maths, but not a lot. On each page in this book, you've got little design notes as well that I've added in and talked about what you can do once you've got the base set up. If you want to do curved sides, straight sides, inwards, outwards, whatever you want to do.
Innies and outies.
Innies and outies. Now, the next technique I use for my classic pocket tote and also for the, let me think about that, the go-go bag. So this is a curved base. And can I put a Sharpie inside these grooves, Tash?
Yep.
All right. So grab your circular cutter, your Fisker circular cutter, is that the correct
Yeah,
thing to say? Yep. Or your plate.
This book's a gem, isn't it?
She's you can't see her, but she's just kicking back now on the dresser.
Just
having
keep it
a
out your way.
seat.
Just getting shoved out of the way because you're lefty.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to just mark that. Shh, don't tell her. Yeah. I'm going to come around here. And to about the same point. So if you're doing it with a plate, you're going to mark your plate, it'll come off in the dishwasher. Rob always knows when I've been designing this technique because he finds all the Sharpie marks. Then flip it over the other way and go the other way. And that is going to be the base of my bag. So what happens is the larger the plate you use, the wider you're going to get. So if I go down to this little one here, just to show you.
They're just enjoying my plates.
Sorry?
They're just enjoying my plates right now.
They're great. We'll go the other way. You can get a little one. So this technique's really lovely to use. You get a really sort of lovely, what sort of diamond shape is that? Is that a marquise? What do they call that? Not a princess cut. Is it a marquise? Oh, they'll tell you. Give them a second. They'll tell you what it is. The ultimate shape to do with this is not where it comes to a point anymore, and that's what my go-go bag is. So with that shape, let's use the rum bottle. I'm going to draw around the rum bottle. I cannot believe I'm saying that out loud. I'm going to come around this end and draw around. Probably, well, I can't use that cup I've got that drink in. There we go, like that. And then you just join them up. I think one of the most lovely things about being empowered to design your own bags, you can very often make the design match the fabric that you've got to use. And it might be based on the design of the fabric, how much you've got to use, how much time you've got to make it, all those sorts of things. So this is still a curved base, but it's the extreme where we no longer come to a point anymore, but we can still come round here and meet halfway round on the curved edges. So all I did was just do a circle on each end and then join them up, and that gives me a lovely curved base shape. So again, with this particular style, if we grab Natasha's headphones again, because this is now the official technique, I might just put this in the next book.
Yeah.
Yeah, when in doubt, grab the ear pods, and again, measure from the top of the plug of your earplugs round to here. Take that, see how big it is, and that's 14 inches. It's quite deceiving, isn't it? That's a whole 14 inches round here. What we do then, we make sure that our actual bag panels that are going to go 3D up from here are at least 14. What I love to do with this is actually make them generously over the seam allowance. So I'll probably go to about 15 because you're going to be easing a straight edge of your panels into your curved base as you go. Few pins, quite a few pins in to get that actually happening. So when you do this, whatever's left over here, make sure you've just got that bit of seam allowance, a 1/4 inch on each end, and then you can trim off the rest. I'm sort of going up with my hands, could be trimming off the panel that's gone on, and then do the same for the other side, and then like Tash was just doing, just so straight up the side panels, and then you're going to get that look. Can I have my, oh, thanks. But back for a tick. So again, in here you'll see a couple of examples in the book. There's a classic pocket tote and the go-go bag, and that's really, it's a really nice little technique. The other one that I did it with is called the Black Magic bag. Can I have front camera, please, love?
Yeah.
Because when I've
done the Black Magic one. Hang on,
Sorry?
she's got to load again. Yeah, I've done the Black Magic one.
You've done Black Magic as well?
Yeah.
So Black Magic has got this shape. Thanks, Tash. It's got this shape, and it's got that curved base. It's got this base underneath it that Tash has done. And is that pattern on your website, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got a little flap over on one side, do a flap on the other side. But it's a really elegant, it's an elegant little shape. I think it's really gorgeous for little theatre bags, little bags
I made
for
it out of
teenage
William
girls.
Morris. That's
Nightclub
what I
bags.
did it
Oh,
out of.
nice.
I did it out of 2 different William Morris fabrics. I don't know if I've got any left.
This, well, I didn't mention the obvious thing too. This shape I love, along with that little, with this shape, for doorstops.
Perfect.
Love
Yeah.
for that. It's really
All
good to
up
use.
for that.
All up.
In quilting, that's an orange peel shape, and in jewellery, Marquis.
It was, yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Technique number 6. I'm going to find a few bits to explain it tomorrow and get a picture of it from Mob so we can put it up for you. It's a really different technique. You actually make all of your panels separately and then whip stitch them together like English paper piecing.
What, like with your fan bag?
Kind of like that, yes. So I don't know that you've done the octagonal cherry blossom bag.
I did my own octagonal bag out of Tilda fabrics ages ago. I've never seen your octagonal. That's not a bad. No, I've never seen that before.
Okay. So what this is, it gets to the point where you'll look at a bag and go, oh, that's a combo. It's a combo between technique 1 and technique 2 or whatever. What technique 6 is literally like making all separate panels. They're all bagged out. You put template plastic wadding waver in, and then you stitch them together.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like...
It's a bit of hand stitching though, isn't it?
Yes, I know that's a dirty word around here. Where's that ball gone? There was a ball. That ball. Can I have that ball?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you've got octagons or hexagons or whatever, but it is literally you make every single panel piece of the bag individually first and then whip stitch them together. So the bag that's in here, it is that technique, but you're looking and go, oh, but it's also an all-in-one base and sides because the outer panel goes all the way around. So, you know, they'll start talking technique. And I just hope I haven't created a nightmare for you, because you know what will happen. They'll all get this and they'll go, and you'll be halfway through a demo and they'll go, Tash, is that a which technique's this? Which one are you doing? No, it's not that one. No, it's a combo. It's the flat base with the all-in-one base and sides with a touch of...
It's one of those things, isn't it? It's
a little bit
when in life, like, none of us are creating anything new.
No.
It's just to have all of these techniques in one place explained is really lovely.
Pinwheel,
Yeah.
flat base and sides, flat pack. That is individual. That is technique 6. There you go. Everything, it changes. I don't know. It's like a what those. Sorry, I'm pointing across your room now. That gorgeous thing with the metal.
Yeah.
What's that one?
That one is a flat pack.
Yeah. Okay. The ones that we're
With a
not
frame.
talking about for tomorrow yet. This is actually a bag. You know that a tea cozy is a bag upside down.
Yeah.
That's a flat.
Yeah.
It's just, that's it. This is a flat. But it didn't have to be. It didn't have to be a flat. It could have been made wider for wider baguettes, and we could have put a gusset all the way around, and then it's an all-in-one base and sides. Or we could have left it
There's
flat
only
and we can put the darts in.
so many ways to skin a cat. That's
There
what
is.
I'm hearing here.
There is.
Poor
And
cats.
it's- yeah.
Yeah.
And I really, really like it when girls come into my shop shed and said, I'm going to make a bag. This is the technique I want to use. This is the base I want to use. And they know they've got it. They've got it under control. I've got this pattern, but I need to make the sides curved instead of straight. And I love it.
Well, there are so many, maybe we'll take the alcohol off a sec. There are so many permutations, aren't there?
Yes.
And it's then down to your imagination as to how you want the finished thing to look. And sometimes it's just as nice to look at somebody else's and go, I'm just going to relax my brain and follow these instructions. It's done for me.
Yes.
I'm not a follower of instructions, so I like to do my own.
Yes.
But some people want an instruction. So wherever you are, sometimes you want to experiment, or just you've got an amount of fabric and you want to do something with it and you haven't got a pattern that will either suit that fabric. Okay, so this is my next question, right?
Yeah.
Do you think of a design, design it and then match the fabric to it, or do you find the fabric and then design because you've got that piece of fabric?
That's a big question.
Because I have the fabric and then make to the fabric.
It goes both. It goes both ways, because always when a new design comes in, I am very guilty. If I go back to when I'm designing fabric, I am guilty of designing the quilt I want to make before I finish the dimensions of the designs on the fabric. I do actually go the other way, the big other way.
Yeah,
but fabric will
for
come
those of us
in,
that aren't designing our own fabrics as well.
yeah, the other way around. So when a new fabric comes in, you and I, we suss it. We look it up and down and go, are you a quilt or are you a bag kind of fabric?
Yeah,
a lot of the time they are both.
Yeah.
So
There are only so many hours in the day.
there are only so many hours in the day. First up, with the Traveller, it was the bag. The bag was designed first,
Right.
first and foremost. And then there was a big audition day in the shed. Who's good enough? Line them up, the final 10. Then we broke it down. Who's in, who's out. We needed that last one, got Mum in to pick the colours for it, and that worked. And you know, it's not just about the fabric. You've got to get all of the bag furniture and the colour coordination with the zips and the coordinating fabrics. All of that has to work as well. So that's the big thing for me. This bag was designed first. Right. And because of that,
got it.
Its longevity is better because it's a more versatile bag. It will accommodate lots of different fabrics. If you want to grab the pattern and you don't have 1.5 meters of each to make it up, you don't have to. You can work with, if you've got leftovers from your quilt, that might be your border print. These are your little coordinates that you use here. You can change it up. You can have your panel on the back, plain and embroidery purse, applique a design over the top. If you love machine embroidery, this is a fantastic bag for that.
Leesa,
yes.
You know how you said, how long do I want the show to be?
No. I
We've
stopped
got
looking.
3 minutes until that time is up. Would you
Okay.
like? What else would you like to do?
Oh.
Because we can go over a bit.
Can we go over just a little bit?
Yeah.
I would like to go back and just do the flat bag talk, but I'm out of paper.
What
Can
paper
we get?
do you need?
I don't know. Just a
What
bit of
do you need?
paper.
Big paper, little paper?
This
What's
was
the
a good
paper?
bit. I liked this bit.
An A3 piece of paper.
Yeah. Oh look, there's a whole printer full of paper. I can't do that at our place because it's in the house. Thank you. Usually, 2 or 3 times I've nearly gone, Robbie, can you? Oh no, he's not here.
He's not here. That'd be a long one
It'd
to
be
get him here.
really long.
Long wait.
He might just make it by tomorrow's show, but I don't think so. So I'd love to just go over the flat thing again.
Right, okay, let's
Now,
switch that angle then. There you
Switch
go.
it. And I'm going to just... So as I said, flat can go to all-in-one basin sides in a heartbeat. So I'm just going to start with just a basic shape up here and what we can do with it. So here's our flat. So we can add in, if we wanted to, I'm just going to do it in just a little dot down here. We could add in a piece that goes all the way around the outside. The next thing that you can do with a flat is curve off the base. No, yes, no. That was.
What are you doing?
I'm just trashing your dookie. It's fine. No, nothing to see
man,
here.
That's my bobbin.
Next thing, I'm running out of. I'm good. You can curve off your base. So it doesn't have to be. Why am I doing that? I had plates here a minute ago. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you'd finished them, so I took them away.
All right, they're in the dishwasher now. We're all good. So you can take away that pointy corner and just have it round. And again, this is why you've got to start in the middle here, because if you have that narrow bit, it can throw on you a little bit. So start in the middle of a piece that goes right around the sides and start here if you're going to add in that gusset. So you can curve them off. And then the other thing which Tasha's done a lot.
Me?
Yeah, I'm sure you have. I'm making it up as I go, okay? Just give me a second.
Oh, box the bottoms.
Box the bottoms.
Yeah, a lot. That's one of my favourite ways to go.
So you can take all of that out and then box off the bottom like that. So a lot of people like using this technique rather than this technique.
Yes.
To do that, and that's going to give you that little seam in there that you can add stuff into. The other thing that you can do, I'll go here for now, with it is it doesn't have to be one dart at the bottom, and I've seen this a lot of late in shop windows. You have to, a lot of the time you'll look at a bag and go, oh, I want to make that. Well, of course, if they're using cork, they can. A lot of designs really work well with cork or with leather or with suede. So the other thing you can do is come through and put multiple darts in with your flat. So if you pinch them in, then you get this beautiful sort of dart pleated effect on the bottom of your bag. Mm-hmm. And it comes a little bit more 3D. So you can do that. Now, you don't need a diagram to do this. Just whatever you draw up on one side, measure how much it comes up each side and replicate it on the other. And that will pull them all into a curve, but it's a darted curve. Sorry?
Just cut it on the fold.
Cut what on the fold? Oh, these out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Then you know. Then you've only got to try and do that once.
Yes, you can do that. So that gives you another option that you can just mess around with it. Nice. There's heaps of different ways to do it.
Yeah.
So I love that. And the sides don't have to be straight. So when you've got the flat sides, even if you're cutting in your dart across here, let me go back to this one. When you're cutting in your dart, you know, when I first decided to do this book, I thought no one will ever buy a pattern again. Actually, people love it because they buy patterns because it empowers them and they collect different assembly technique patterns. Yeah. So with this as well, you actually could go up like that. You don't have to keep it straight, or you might decide that you just want to taper it and take it up higher. So whatever happens down here.
Round handle bag that we had on your show yesterday.
Oh, I love that bag.
Yeah.
Have you still got them all? Have you checked?
Did you steal one?
No, I haven't stolen the one. I haven't stolen the one I like yet. Mm-hmm. So you can change all of this around. Now, if you go back on front, the other things, you'll stand on the camera and say, we haven't talked zips, we haven't talked pockets, we haven't talked handles.
Book 2.
That's book 2. But beside of all of that, everyone's got their lovely collection of patterns, or they're getting patterns that have all those techniques.
We have a guide to bag handles because for exactly that reason.
Yeah.
And it's a biggie. It's like 16 odd pages.
Yeah.
Because there are so many different ways, and it starts you from the very beginning of just folding a strip of fabric and sewing down one end.
Yeah.
And takes you on to using different things, like we use waist shaper. Have you ever used waist shaper?
Yes.
I love that.
Love
just
it.
The world's easiest way to make a handle. To how to then put in other kind of hand. It's a good starting point for whatever point you're at. Whether you're buying in handles, using rivets, sewing ones, whatever. Whether you're going to make your own out of cork, love that, with a few rivets. Done. There is a couple. I know we're probably over time now, but 2 quick things. If you are designing a bag that you are going to put sew on handles to, just watch the front and back panel design of your bag, because this bag you cannot do it with, because I do not have the room. Right,
got you.
I
can't do it on the back because I've got the flap down over there. Yeah. So you've just got to think. That's one little tip probably I'd mention now that will go in the next one. Yeah. But it's just really nice to do them. What I would suggest, if you've got in your stash some fabric that you no longer really love, perhaps No, you know what happens to the best of us, or you've got leftovers.
Leftovers.
Better if it's a plain of fabric that
This
you
is
can
why
use a Sharpie on. What you got?
We sell scrap bags.
Yes,
and our scrap
please.
bags are regularly substantial, or you can get our scrap long quarter bags. Just sew some of those
Yeah.
together, and then you've got a.
Yeah. So what I would suggest, if you can, when you get the book, if you give yourself an afternoon,
Yeah.
go through, read it, and make yourself up. Have a go at making an example of each of them. Do it on a plain fabric. You can write on with
just
a
calico.
Sharpie.
Just grab yourself
just
a metre of calico.
Just calico.
Get going. Yeah.
Write down this. As you go, you think of ideas. This one would be good. Make little notes, all that sort of stuff on the actual samples and which one it is. And then you've got them as a reference. You pin them up on your design wall and you're good to go.
Perfect.
That's it.
Perfect. Thank you, Leesa.
Thank you.
You are back tomorrow. We're going to
I am.
actually start this bag tomorrow, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, because we're kind
we'll
of
go
out of
through.
time
We're
now.
out of time. We knew that was going to happen, but it's sitting here ready for tomorrow.
We
So
did. So if you've bought the bag, fabulous. You can, well, you won't be able to make it long because we won't get it to you in time. But these are all ready to go. Patterns are separate. So if you want to make this bit out of your own fabrics, then do that. If you have stash, the other hint and tip that I can give you, if you're going to make multiples of these,
Yes.
look at, we have got at the moment some Lewis and Irene extra wide backing fabric.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's in a really subtle cream. We've got a Bumbleberries one, and then we've got a bee one, which is a really, really subtle bee design. But it's so subtle, you've got to really look at it. So it just looks like a texture, which is your real cost-effective way.
Yeah. Yeah. Tash,
to get these.
because this is layered up, I wouldn't be doing this with a heavy denim or a tapestry or anything. This really is a bag to use your beautiful
Cottons.
patchwork cottons for. Definitely. So
For
we'll
sure.
play tomorrow.
And so that would be perfect for your linings then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really good for the lining.
And also neutral. Good neutral.
Pity we don't have time to make one up today.
We will look into that. Right, everybody, thank you ever so much for watching. We will be back here with Leesa again tomorrow at 10 o'clock, hopefully with some new kits as well, if there's any come off Coat and Craft that are left over. Thank you ever so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye.